Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome to my hobby space. Today I'll be taking a look at Quar models from War Games Atlantic. This Quar Wars starter box, called A Clash of Rifles, comes with 24 hard plastic miniatures with bases. There are 12 Crusaders and 12 Koftirans. In my unboxing of this box, I wasn't quite sure about these sprues. Everything looked the same to me. So today I'd like to take a closer look at this Quar Wars sprues. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 identical sprues in the box, and 2 sprues of bases. I've used some of these bases. Each sprue makes 3 Crusaders and 3 Koftirans. You get 3 bodies for each side, 4 heads on each side, and you get a bunch of different weapons choices. The details on the miniature are all really nice. You can see his belt pouches, the details on the weapons, even the little buttons on his jacket are really nicely detailed. The mold lines don't look bad at all. Nice. Each sprue is divided into the 2 factions. This side makes the Koftirans, and this side makes the Crusaders. When I made my first miniatures, I separated the sprue into 2 sprues so that I wouldn't confuse the pieces from the 2 different factions. Let's take a look at the models. As you can see, I made 1 sprue's worth of models, and they were really fun to build. Really fun and super easy. I'm used to building models from another company that are usually much more complex to build and kind of just a pain in the butt. These are simply fun to make. You get the body, a chest, 2 arms, and a head, and some gear to put on his belt. I actually enjoyed building these guys so much, I had to kind of force myself to stop building them so that I'd have some sprues left over to make this video with. They're just really fun to make. The mold lines go down the sides, and they're very easy to remove. There's some mold lines in between the legs, but I just scraped them off with my knife and ran some sandpaper over them, and they were easy to take care of. The miniatures do come already attached to these little, I don't know what you call them, like little stands. They're just, that's the way they are on the sprue. So as soon as you make them, you can stand them up. And I know a lot of people don't really like that, but it's fine. I'll just integrate that into the base later. The miniatures on the sprue are really nicely labeled. Taking a look here at the Koftirans, you can see this guy's number 2B, and over here I've got 2A, 3C, 3A, 1B, 1C. So you get the 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So you know which guy's which. The parts are not interchangeable, so you have to put them together. 2 with 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. It's the same with the arms and the weapons choices. There's 24R for the right arm, and there'll be a 24L for the left arm. See if I can find it there. Where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. 24L for the left arm and 24R for the right arm. And they're all just kind of matched like that. And just find the matching arms, pop them off, put them on your miniature. It's really quite simple. You get a few extra little bags, some backpacks to put on them. They go together really quickly and simply. But do be careful to make sure you get the numbers for the arms left and right matching. Each force comes with 4 head options. You get 3 options with helmets and 1 option with a funky hat. Same for the other side. They have their own kind of helmet. You get 3 of those. And they have another guy with his own kind of funky hat. So you can choose whichever you like. They have cute poses, but they're kind of limited. You only have 3 body types, so that means you'll get 4 people with the same kind of foot stance. But you got enough arm options, and you can wiggle the head whichever way you want, so they'll look different enough. The box does come with bases, and if you're used to Warhammer bases, they're a little bit different. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is what they look like on one side, and they look like that on the other side. And there is no indication which is up or which is down. That's because you can use these bases either way. If you use them with this puddle side up, the little puddle thing on his feet will sit flush with that rim. So you just got to fill in a little gap there, and that'll be pretty simple. It also gives you a handy dandy place to put a little magnet. Get some of these little magnets and they'll fit in there really well. So if you want to magnetize your army, doing the bases this way is a good way to go. If you're used to doing Games Workshop stuff, then this rim was usually down. That'd be puddle side down. And if you do that, then the figure will be standing kind of proud of the ridge. And you'll just have to integrate that into the base with some sand or maybe some texture paint. But you have to do that for this way, for the other way too, so it's no biggie. But if you do it this way, this little hole for the magnet is not useful. It's too far away and you won't get good magnetization. The bonus to this way is if you're playing on a rough surface or uneven terrain, the lip here will help keep your model from slipping or sliding on your terrain. Both ways are fine. It does not say anywhere in the instructions, please make them this way or this way. So you can do it either way you want. Either way, you're not forced to build them one way or the other with the bases. So have fun with it and try a few out and see what you like. These minis have really nice details, crisp mold lines, and are just a pleasure to build. I really haven't had this much fun building miniatures in a long time. They're just so simple to put together. You can just really sit down and crank a bunch out in a single evening and feel really good about it. They have a lot of weapon options and they're posable. You can kind of make their head look this way or that way, which is really nice. But they don't have that much war gear, and my one quibble with the box would be maybe a little less weapons and some more gear. But for a gaming standpoint, having more weapons is actually the better choice. So I think they made the right choice for the box. I just wanted more gear. But that's a tiny little quibble. All in all, these Quar from Wargames Atlantic are just a home run. They're really great models. They're making me enjoy doing miniatures again. Yeah, they're just wonderful. And so if you're interested at all in trying out some new models or maybe a different brand than you're used to using, these Wargame Atlantic miniatures are really great. I really highly recommend them. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep enjoying the hobby. P.S. Wargames Atlantic did not sponsor this video. I'm not paid to say any of this. I asked for this box for Christmas and my parents were really kind to step up and send me it as a Christmas present. So thanks Mom and Dad for being the sponsor for yet another video. Happy wargaming everybody.